Yo, so I'm at the warehouse the other day and I see this girl. She's, out there delivering or getting ready to deliver for Amazon Flex, and this girl's pregnant. I mean, like really pregnant, like about to pop any day now. And I happened to look over, while she was getting her car together, and I noticed in the back seat she had a little boy, you know, maybe about 3, 4, 5 years old, maybe the oldest, just sitting in the back, in his car seat while his mom, and I'm assuming it's his mom. She's getting her boxes together to deliver to somebody's house or wherever she's going, to deliver. And it's hot that day. I mean, we're in Philly, summertime. It's about a good 90 degrees, or at least it felt like 90 degrees. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I mean, something about the whole situation, it just kind of messed me up a little bit, because that's not, in my mind, anything that should be happening. I mean, it's not something you see on the news and, shake your head at for 2 seconds and, you just go about your day. This is a real person, right here in front of me doing what she has to do. But the thing is, what actually stuck with me about this, it wasn't the fact that she's pregnant. It wasn't her belly. It wasn't even the kid in the back seat. It was how she looked. It was her face, the look on her face. And what I mean by that is she wasn't rushing around looking stressed out or frantic or anything like that. She looked she looked normal. Like it was just Tuesday. Like a pregnant woman, running packages with a preschooler asleep in the back seat was just a regular part of her week. Same as anybody else's, normal commute. That's what got me. Not the moment, but the fact that for her, it wasn't a moment at all. It's just normal. So I sat with that for a minute, because if it's not a moment for her, and if it's just Tuesday, normal Tuesday, then how many other Tuesdays like that are happening right now, all over the city, all over this country, that nobody is really stopping to look at? How many people are out here treating I have no choice but to push through this like it's just the normal cost of being alive? And look, I'm not saying any of this to make her out to be some tragic figure or a victim, because I don't know her story at all. I don't know her. Maybe she's got a plan. Maybe this is temporary. Maybe she's got people at home helping hold it together for her. I don't know. That's not really what it's about. But what I do know is what it's like to need the money bad enough that you stop asking yourself if what you're doing makes sense. I'm doing the warehouse thing on top of a full-time job. I've done the gig thing. I've done Uber Eats, DoorDash, the whole 9 yards. So I know what it's like to be running on fumes, to be pushing through the pain, to be pushing through exhaustion. Because, to be honest with you, bills don't care how tired you are. So when I saw her, I wasn't looking, I wasn't looking at a stranger. I was looking at a version of something that I actually know from the inside, from experience. And that's the part, that really is the part that's hard to sit with, because it's easy to look at a scene like that, at a moment like that, and go, man, that's really messed up. The system's broken. Somebody should do something. And yeah, all of that is true, but I've also been the guy on the other side, grinding myself into the ground for a paycheck, telling myself, it's temporary, telling myself that it's fine, telling myself that everybody's got to go hustle and grind. So, I mean, who am I really to just point at her and shake my head like, I'm not at that same level of tired? But here's where my head actually went. It wasn't that's so bad or that's so sad. It was, when did we all just agree that this is normal? Because somewhere along the way, we all collectively decided that a body, a pregnant body, a body carrying another whole human being inside it, still has to clock in and do this type of stuff. Still has to hit the quota, still has to get the packages out before the app dings you for being slow. Like, who voted on this? Who sat us all down and said, hey, is everybody cool with this being how it works? Because if you look around, it has become the water that we're swimming in. And if you're younger watching this, I'm talking if you're, in your 20s and your 30s, I want you to actually hear this part, because I absolutely wish that somebody had grabbed me at the age of 25 and just told me flat out, the hustle, the grind, it does not care about you. It will let you run yourself down to nothing and call it dedication and dependability. It will let a pregnant woman work through her third trimester and call it hustle culture instead of calling it what it actually is. Because hustle culture, it does make it sound like a choice, like it's something that you could choose. Like she woke up one day and decided to just, grind a little harder because she's built different. But that's not what this is. This is somebody who ran the numbers, and the numbers said there is no version of stopping right now that doesn't cost more than pushing through this does. That's not hustle. That's survival wearing a hustle costume. So does this woman wait until her water breaks in someone's driveway? Because that's what it looks like. So what do you need to do? Hustle till it hurts, but keep going and hope for the best? And again, no one seems to blink an eye at this. No one. Now also, if you're around my age, 40 and above, you already know. You've probably lived, some version of this yourself, and probably watched your kids live it or watched your parents live it before that. But like most people, you see it and you keep moving. You keep it moving. So here's the thing. I'm saying something today because, like I said, this hustle culture that we have somehow placed on a pedestal, to me, it's not something to be proud of. Is it great to see that there are people out there handling their responsibilities? Yeah, sure. But the real question is, should it cost that much? Because I don't think it should. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you 3 steps to fix late stage capitalism, or tell her or you that you should quit, or tell you to go hug your kids and count your blessings. That's not what this video is about. I just saw something real, and it really did cause for me to take a step back, and I just wanted to say something about it instead of just moving past it like everybody else probably did and still does. So that's it. That's the whole thing. A woman, uber ass pregnant, working, kid asleep in the back seat, and again, just doing it like it was like just a regular Tuesday, and just me sitting and looking and realizing that the scary part about this is it wasn't seeing her, it was seeing how normal it looked. So let me know what you think. Have you seen this type of thing happening around you? Let me know what you think in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and I will see you in the next one.